Hello, my name is Callista and welcome back to Cinders. In the last episode, we discovered that Lady Carmosa has gotten involved in some less than legal activities. She's gotten some forged invitations to the Prince's Masquerade Ball because she wasn't important enough to actually receive an invitation. And she may have also either tampered with or destroyed Cinder's father's will in order to gain control of the house. Just what Cinders is going to do with this information? I don't know. So let's find out. Oh, Carmosa, your secrets really are your greatest weakness. Can you imagine? And Carmosa withheld that minor detail from all of us. Who would have thought that our friend was such an able business person? He sure gets around. Oh yes, let's concentrate on the attitude of the unimportant guy. The big problem and potential scandal is not going anywhere anyhow. I'm sorry, Cinders, it's just a big surprise for me. As well as information of some consequence, he's just a vagabond, you see, and everyone recognizes him as one. And I have hired him numerous times, always for some minor and menial task, and yet here he is, a sparkling potential criminal mastermind. Who would have... Tobias, concentrate. What is the subject of this conversation? Oh, this is hard. Not him then? Very good. See, you can do it if you try hard enough. All right, back to the main point. What do you want to do with this newly acquired information? I have no idea yet. Do you think this could get Carmosa into prison? Is this what you want? I'm not sure yet. I'm just weighing my options. Well, in that case, it definitely could be used against her, but would it suffice? I'm not so sure. Do you think I should try and get her arrested? You should be the one to make this decision, just as it will be you who experiences its consequences. Would you succeed? What would happen to the house if you did? Those are just some of the factors you should take into consideration. Take your time to think it over. That actually sounds very wise, and not entirely unhelpful. Thank you. I guess I'll go for a walk around the city and think about it. Sounds like a pleasant idea. Would you like some company? Thank you, but I think I'll stick to your advice. Of course, I suppose you deserve some time to yourself to think and discover what you really want. I'm sorry, I did not want to intrude. By no means. Thank you for your offer. I just want to take a solitary walk, that's all. Well, if you need any support or just feel like chatting, you know where to find me. Thank you, Tobias. See you soon. It's astonishing what a simple walk can do to one's spirits. If I'm going to miss the freedom to do something, then above all else, it's going to be the freedom to wander about whenever I please. I'm really sorry if I stumble over my words today. We are having something of a heat wave in the UK. I'm in a little box room in the back, and it is sweltering in here. When I walk with no specific goal, no destination, I can just switch off and observe my thoughts jumping into their little drawers with each step. And strolling through the market has its moments too. I saw the most gorgeous shoes. Not that I can ever afford them, they were crazily expensive. I get that they were imported from the Eastern lands, but at that price they should be made of diamonds and dragon's skin. Who buys something like that? I mean, I know I would if I could, but that's beside the point, right? Forget about it. No reason to dwell on such things. I still haven't decided what to do with my newly gained knowledge. Everything about this business screams that I should use it as leverage, but I don't know how, not yet. At least it gives me some space, some secure distance from Carmosa, knowing that I know about one of her precious secrets. It's getting late. I should be heading back home. Time to say goodbye to freedom. Hello there, Cinders. Oh, I didn't see you coming. Hello, Captain. So how are you doing? You look a bit upset. Do I? Oh, no, quite the contrary. I've just got back from a very nice walk. Cleared my mind of trouble. And what are you doing here, Captain? I was just about to begin my evening patrol. Although with this kind of weather, you could compare it to going for a walk. Oh. I like these two as a couple. I can admit that. And I'm pretty sure he's a romance option. Tobias is also a romance option, but the vibe I get between Cinders and Tobias is, you know, purely platonic. But these two have had a little bit of a flirtation going, so I'm gonna ask if I can come along too. Sounds lovely indeed. Would you mind if I accompanied you? I hope it isn't too dangerous. Dangerous? Hardly. But are you sure? You said you've just spent the afternoon walking about and the patrol route is quite long. Don't worry about me, I'm stronger than I look. Besides, this is my last day of freedom. I'd rather make it last as long as possible. Lady Carmosa is coming back home tomorrow. I see. Now I understand the long face. Very well then, you may come with me, but be warned, I will not change or shorten the route if you're tired. It may not be the most demanding duty there is for a soldier, but it is a duty still. Oh, don't worry. I could be very militant if there's a need for it. Some of my witty riposts and well-aimed grimaces could be classified as weaponry. I had no idea you're such a menace. I can only hope I won't end up arresting you for possession of lethal irony. And I am ashamed to say I have failed miserably at this attempt at being a guard. What do you mean? Is there something wrong? My feet are killing me, and I thought I had a chance at this line of work. You've walked almost the whole route already, and it seemed a fine patrolling job to me. The town is safe, calm, nothing happened on your watch. Isn't that what matters? Does anything dangerous ever happen on these routes? Because if so, I must admit I am disappointed with our walk and its unfulfilled promise of potential for adventure. Well, no, it's almost always uneventful. Then I really feel like I have accomplished something today. But if these patrols don't change anything, why do you do them? I did not say they change nothing, Cinders. Maybe it's because of them that the town is peaceful. Maybe something will happen and the town is going to need me to be here. Good point. Like that kidnapping the other day, it was good that you were around. Yes, but whatever happens or does not happen, these patrols are my duty, Cinders. Written generations ago to keep this town in order. So that is what I will do. Does your duty make every choice for you? It even dictates how you spend your evenings. One might think you have no clue what to do when duties are done. I did make one choice, to become a guard. I do accept my duties as they are a consequence of who I am. You don't seem to accept the concept of duty in general, though. It's fine, I can understand. From what you have told me about your house and its rules, you are bound to dislike your duties. Isn't that almost by definition? Duty is something you have to do, not want to do, not chosen. How can you like an obligation like that? That is how it is for you, as Carmosa took over your house and life. For me, it's different. I have chosen and accepted my duties. Or maybe chosen to accept them. I see the purpose of my duties and I am glad I can contribute to it. And if I can have a pleasant walk every evening as a means to uphold order in this town, is it really that bad? When it pours or snows, the pleasure must be doubled. Okay, you've got me there. Though the town does look better when all the dirt and the clashing colours are covered by snow, or at least smudged by the rain in your eyes. So you honestly like protecting this sleepy, dirty town? I distinctly remember you saying that you miss the past, the times of battle. Where do your patrols fit into that? I do whatever is necessary. If the times demand I walk the town, that is what I will do. But yes, I do prefer the thrill of battle in times when heroism had its use. I can't figure you out, Captain. One minute you stop to show me a magnificent view of the evening mist over the lake that unfolds from the palace stairs. A minute later you admit killing is more preferable to you than such an evening stroll. I do prefer battle, but I certainly did not say I preferred it over this evening stroll in particular. Thank you. So are you a warrior or a poet? Or a killer poet, maybe? Oh, I would be an awful poet, I assure you. In fact, you may be right, my poetry would probably kill. So you're not even going to try? Oh, come on, roses are red, violets are blue. If you break the law, then I'll kill you? Oh god, Perrault. I like him. As you can see, not a poet, but then again. Why do you think killing and poetry exclude each other? That's a child's way of thinking. I've seen cruel crooks that wrote delicate poetry, and not all warriors are mindless brutes. You're right, I'm sorry. That's okay. But please understand, I do not enjoy killing. What makes me feel good is the sense of proficiency at something, of being useful. I can see the value of freedom, but the notion of having a purpose is what works for me and makes me happy. It's nice to see someone content with where they are and what they do. Maybe the fact that I enjoy breaking the rules is caused by the fact that I myself am not. But I broke a rule by inviting you to go on patrol with me, and I did enjoy it very much. I'm glad. And if I offended you by questioning your way of life, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude or nosy. By no means. There aren't many people I can talk to about such things. And how can you think things through if you don't let them be questioned? So thank you. I was a bit skeptical beforehand about patrolling together. Now I regret we can't do that more often. Hey! Yes! But the pleasure is all mine. Though I do feel the pleasure should be mutual at most times. You certainly have a way of making a statement. But honestly, you are a very interesting man. I'm surprised I didn't have to elbow my way through a crowd of young women here. Strength and mystery in a man usually attracts them like honey lures wasps. Or do they? They attracted me, haven't they? But then, such a confident, beautiful and smart woman as yourself is bound to have a circle of admirers at her whim. That is what men search for. Do they really? Of that I'm sure. I've just had no luck in finding such a person yet, but that does not mean that I admire such qualities less. What can I say? On a different note, I've noticed something today. When you and Madame Gayday spoke earlier, you seemed quite familiar with each other. I owe her my life. Such an experience does bring people closer and creates a bond. Maybe for life even. Really? What happened? Sounds like there's an interesting story behind it. I was just doing my duty. I led a small group against brigands terrorizing the forest. Got separated while chasing their escaping leader. I got him eventually, but he managed to wound me. I lost consciousness there, in the middle of nowhere. Madame Gayday was out searching for herbs when she found me. You could have bled to death. Yes, but Madame Gayday took me to her hideout and nursed me back to health, and I will always be grateful for that. Sounds almost like a fairy tale. All that's missing is some romance and a they lived happily ever after ending. Well, at least part of that did happen, but it was no fairy tale, so we did not live happily ever after. This was a real story of bloodstains and pain and... Wait, you were actually with Madame Gayday? The wise and mysterious one? Romantically involved with the ominous witch of the woods? I'm sorry if I've spoiled the ending and the characters for you, but I'm not a dark and brooding knight. Madame Gade is not an unearthly being. We were just human. I know, I'm sorry for stereotyping again. It's just so hard to imagine Madame Gade in love. I don't think it was love. We were both lonely and fate brought us together. Companionship might be a better word for it. I'm sorry if that offends you. And no, I guess I have never thought about Madame Gade as someone that could be lonely. Or with any other human weakness for that matter. She appears to be so strong. She is strong, and a good woman, so it would be a shame to see that prejudice win and drive her away from yet another town. But what you said surprises me, really. Seeing just one side of her seems unfair as well. Plus, the two of you seem so alike in so many ways. Because you can never miss while comparing a woman to your former lover? I'm sorry, I told you I am no poet. Don't mention it. I actually do admire Madame Gade quite a bit, and I guess now I can see her in a different light. Both of you. A bit less mystery, a little more of reality. That is just the way it is. I'm sorry. You're right, and I'm the one who is sorry. I did not mean to offend you. You didn't. Now, if you will excuse me, I have to go to the palace. The reporting duty calls. Thank you for accompanying me. You are one of the most interesting and beautiful girls I have ever met. Can we see each other again and talk? Yes! Thank you. I have enjoyed this walk immensely too. I will try to arrange it so we can meet again, as difficult as it may prove. Oh, I believe you can accomplish anything if you want to. Thanks for the confidence. I look forward to meeting you again then. I really need to go. Goodbye, Cinders. Have a nice night. You too, Captain. Good night. Oh, I love the pair of them. I love them as a couple. Hopefully Gloria isn't too pissed that we were back after nightfall. Back to the same old. This feels almost like coming back to prison and out of my own will. After 2 such wonderful days of freedom, it's depressing to know I need to go back to my ordinary life. There, out in the real world, I can meet amazing people, have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped between Carmosa's plots and her poor daughter's bitterness. Sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish into the woods? Would anyone notice or care? Maybe that's the answer. Getting lost in the wilderness, befriending an uncivilized but noble tribe of rather short miners, becoming their princess, and spending the rest of my days being adored, praised, and... Oh, get a grip of yourself, Cinders. At least I learned some really interesting things today. Interesting and possibly dangerous for Carmosa. Maybe it's going to be my wild card in this game. Sometimes I wonder if all families are like mine. Broken, conflicted, and utterly unpleasant. Or is it just a nobility thing? My feet are begging for mercy. I must have walked a dozen miles today. Those were really good shoes I saw in the market. And pretty too. I sure could use new shoes like that. These old horrors are just a few steps away from falling apart, and they blister my heels and ankles. Still, it was worth the effort. The good captain, bless his honourable heart, seems genuinely interested in my humble person. And he seems like an interesting gentleman too. Looks really dashing in all those belts. I said it was the buckles. I said. Looks really dashing in all those belts, I think. Besides, I always fancied scars and a brooding disposition in a man. I think you'd like Fenris from Dragon Age 2, Cinders. Meanwhile, at the palace... Oh god, I've got to do another French accent. Shit! You have summoned me, my prince. 1 second. Bonjour, je m'appelle Baguette. Okay, that I did. You came back a bit late tonight. Was there any trouble on your route? Not at all, my prince. Something has caught my attention. Eh, we're in there. You're in there, Cinders. You must be wondering why I wanted to see you at this hour. Surely you have guessed it must be about something important. I will have to ask you to make an important decision, and I will not be expecting you to give me your answer right away. My lord? Let me explain, Perrault. As you know, we live in a time of transition, and my father's death has changed many things. Being so close to our family, you are aware that the old king spent most of his days trying to compromise between extremes, a balance between order and freedom. With little success. Despite his wishes, all his life he remained an autocrat. That is why it has been my wish, my vision, to change the kingdom in such a way as to eliminate the need to compromise between freedom and order altogether. In other words, Perrault, I want reforms, but I am sure you know this. I do, my prince. I have known you long enough to be able to learn about the qualities of your character. I want to give the people a constitution, Perrault. I don't want them to be subjects, I want them to be citizens. Oh, are we gonna have President Basile by the end of this? I see. This will not make you more popular among the nobles, sire. If that's even possible. You are not a king yet, my lord, and there's some unrest among the nobles. I won't announce your plans just yet. They make you an easy target. Yes, they do. That's exactly why I need your protection. You already have it. You know I'd give my life serving the crown. I am your sword and shield, my lord. Yes, my friend, I know that. But these are a different kind of enemies I'm going to face during my reign. I will be giving people more freedom, but that means taking away some of that old, precious order. The nobles won't stand for it. They will want my head. They wouldn't dare. Of course not. That would give me a reason to ask for their heads. They will not do anything openly. Do you understand now what I speak of, Perrault? So you want me to spy for you? It is a new battlefield, Captain. The theatre of war of our times. And the crown needs you to be our champion. Champion? But it isn't an honourable war, it's a war of lies. It is a war of discretion and intelligence, qualities I know you possess in abundance, not to mention loyalty. Forgive me, my lord, I don't want to come across as naive. I am simply not accustomed to all the subtleties of ruling. I am surprised. What would you require of me in this new service? You would have to spend more time at the courts, that much is certain. Keep your eyes and ears open and, of course, socialize much more. You would have to trade those blades of yours for our exquisite white gold cutlery, I'm afraid. And maybe do something about this outfit. All those belts, Philistine! How dare you, sir, this is glorious! I see. This is not exactly... This isn't... You don't have to decide right away. Also, you do have a choice. I am not a tyrant, after all. Should you choose to distance yourself from this lovely mess I am planning for the realm, you can leave your current service with honor and retire. Your patrolling duty is purely ceremonial nowadays, and the guards of their officers, as it is, your position at court is a matter of empty traditionalism, nothing more. You would send me away? To where? Oh, I'm certain there's some picturesque and lucrative strip of royal land left that I can make you a count of. How about Middle-Olor? Such a quaint little place. That simple. This is very surprising. It's strange. It's a strange thing to learn that you are not needed. Rubbish, Perrault. The crown needs you. I need you. This is precisely why I'm asking you to make your own decision. If I am to rule, I have to learn to make difficult choices, and this is my first. I am not ordering you to become the new royal's master spy. I am giving you a choice. Not only because I know that you wouldn't make a good agent serving me against your own will, but because you are my friend, Perrault. If that's the case, I reckon I'd prefer to just be a subject. It will be enough, Captain. Let us not say things we will regret later. Very well, my lord. Will this be all, my prince? Yes, Captain. Give my proposal some thought. I would have your answer within the next few days. Now go. Ooh. That was decidedly threatening to me. Oh, hello, Sophia. Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up! Get up! Oh, what time is it? Dawn already, and you need to get right up this instant. Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone, and I'm not sure it's a reason enough to get up so abruptly either. 2 days without supervision, and you've gotten lazy already. Where would you be on your own, I wonder? Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is this just a social call on your part? Fine. Don't get out of bed and see how it works for you. What do I care? This way it'll be even more interesting. Okay, I'm sorry. And awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on? Carmosa's back. She wants us to gather in the hall. I'm wide awake and up now. You could have begun with that. Well, now you know. She brought a large package with her and she looks like she means business, so hurry up. She always looks like she means business. I wonder what's in the package, though. What shape was it? Did it... Oh, just stop being nosy and hurry up, or we'll both be in trouble. If you were getting dressed instead of asking dumb questions, you would already be seeing it for yourself. If you didn't stand there, yell at me and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed. Fine, I'm leaving. Just hurry up. I'm really sorry. I got here as fast as... Wait, where's Carmosa? In her study. She said she didn't have time to wait for you forever, and you kept her waiting for quite some time. Oh no, we wouldn't have wanted Carmosa's magnificent plans to be foiled just because of Cinders' laziness, would we? You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that is going to be a pleasant experience, considering. She said she wants to speak to me. Why? Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first. Great. When I finally get to be the first at something, it's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts. Good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality. Why would she want to speak to each of us? And why separately? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, stop complaining, you two, and you should hurry up and go, Sophia. Unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course. I'm going. I certainly don't like this. Carmosa seems keen on interrogating us and getting every detail of what happened while she was gone. Oh, Gloria, have we upset Gloria? If you did what you were supposed to, you wouldn't need to be nervous right now. Just a thought. Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here, and I certainly won't get blamed for things I have no control over. I think you do enough on your own not to need any additional blame. Your constant rebelling should get most of Carmosa's attention. And how will Carmosa have an idea about who rebelled and what rebelling actually means, huh? You are not seriously suggesting that I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason, would she now? Well, I certainly do not feel as safe as you describe. Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun. True. But I think we did start something of connection, albeit weak. I did notice that you two were on better terms. I must admit I was wondering what that change was about. I'm not sure yet, but I certainly hope it's permanent, not some ploy to lower my awareness. I like the feeling of having a sister. Oh, I'm so glad you say that, and I'm glad that you and Sophia are getting along. Actually, I'm glad she's getting along with anyone. Happy? Why, you hardly ever talk to her herself. The fact that I don't have a good connection with her doesn't mean I can't care. I do wish for her to be happy, and I'm glad she's finally able to make friends. I had no idea you cared so much. You're full of surprises. I don't think I need to explain myself. I was just asking, but fine. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she had to say. Well, it's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting. This shouldn't take long. Carmosa is not someone to beat around the bush. True, she always gets to the point. No excuses, no diversions, no mercy. Let's just wait. And I am just about out of time for this episode. What did Carmosa say to Sophia? We'll have to find out in the next episode. So, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.